What's going on, y'all? This is Supastition, aka Kam Moye, all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Let's just be honest here. I don't need $1 million in bills to be happy. I got a family and the feeling is real. I'm not saying I don't want to make it. I'm all for money making. I'm not a loser cause my house ain't on 20 acres. It's not the best thing, it's super interesting. Cause I don't have a British butler in the West Wing.
Yeah, I've been to the A3C actually a couple times. I think my first time was the second year, and it was a one-day event. I had a chance to perform, I think 2 years in a row, and you know, it's been real dope, man. It's almost like a family reunion for hip hop because you get to see so many different people, man. Even well-known artists, a lot of artists that I met a couple years ago. It's good to see them like emerging now. So, but yeah, I definitely love just being out in the hip hop element again, you know. I've been having some good experiences a lot of times, especially with networking. I actually met my man DJ Recognize. I think he DJs for Asher Roth right now. He was just a kid that came up and gave me a CD, and you know, I ended up getting him cuts on some songs. You know, I ended up meeting video directors, a lot of different people like that, man. Shout out to my man Rick Foy too. So, but yeah, it's always good, man. Like you said, just not even when I'm not even performing, I just like to be out here and just see what's going on, man. Yeah, I went on a like a 2-3 year sabbatical away from music, man. I just had to kind of get my life in order. A lot of times with music, man, it's kind of hard to realize that you know, you might be fucking up or you may not be doing your best in life because you got people constantly praising you for your music. You know what I mean? It's hard when, you know, family and friends is telling you, yo, you're not doing right, but you're like, wait a minute, they love me over here. So with music, I just kind of step back, focus on life and family. You know what I mean? Like, went and got a job. I was like, yo, like a lot of times you got to humble yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to depend on music, you know, and when music became my full-time job, I started to love it less. I hated to record. I just hated to leave the house a lot of times. So with that, like, I just took like 2-3 years and just wrote and recorded songs and started doing it for the reason that I started doing it for in the beginning. My wife, man, my lady, she's been supportive from the beginning. Like, even when I wanted to do it, when I wasn't sure about doing it, she was always like, you know, follow your heart. I won't judge you from it. She wasn't like one of them women that was like, yeah, you need to give this up. Like, you know, I'm tired of living this way or blah, blah, blah. But she always supports, man. And, you know, the past couple years of just focusing on just family and work and just life, like just growing spiritually and just growing as a man, like it can only help your life at home. You know what I mean? So like I said, it keeps you humble. Like every time I feel like, well, I'm moving up with music, I always got like a family or a friend, somebody to humble me and be like, man, you ain't shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's definitely a humbling experience. You know, the family's always supportive. I couldn't do it without them. That's why you don't see me with a crew. What I need a crew for when I got a family. All right, this new project I'm working on is actually an EP. I'm working with my man Marco Polo, who does beats, of course. M-Phases, my man DR. For me, it's just I wanted to kind of get my feet wet again and just show that hunger. That's what I was feeling at the time. You know, like it was almost when I came back, I felt like it was a culture shock because everybody that people was feeling, I couldn't relate to them a lot of times. So like I just want to give people like what they've been missing from my music.
I think me and y'all should talk. Just sit down and have a heart to heart. Let me pour out my thoughts and open up. Though I'm lost at which part to start. I need blessings. Need to make a confession without the Catholic priest present. The brother I see standing here, the man in the mirror had demons hanging over his head like chandeliers. It's hard to back.
My next project after the EP is I'm probably gonna do, well, not probably, but I'm doing an album with, I can't even name the producer right now. We're still trying to work out the logistics of it, but I'm doing a whole concept album in the same vein of like a Prince Among Thieves. Like, you know, every song is going to be about that particular subject. You know what I mean? It's going to be a story and everything like that. So I'm working on that. I always wanted to do a concept project, and I always want to do a project with just one producer. So we're going to focus on that. Also, and I'll probably start working on a solo album after that. You know, I'm just, like I said, I'm just taking baby steps. For me, man, everything has to be organic. You know, I don't want to be that artist to be like, yo, I got an album coming out here and here and here, and then you wait like a year and nothing ever comes out. You know what I mean? Like I don't work for no labels now. I can do it however I want. I do music on my own terms. So just know that, you know, you're gonna hear some music from me real soon. if you want to find out more about my music, you know, you got Supastition.com, you know, SUPA Stition. That's how I like to tell people. I'm also on Facebook. I got a music page over there. Reverb Nation, you know, all over Tumblr and Instagram. Like, I'm here, you know, like I'm definitely embracing technology for what it is now. A lot of times I was reluctant, but you can definitely find me. I'm not too hard to find.
Head to toe, accepted and let me grow. See me as a smarter, rehabilitated version of my past. Be proud of my development, so fellas toast to glass. At last I learned that happiness is not having what you want, but it's wanting what you have. So I'm good with any success given to me, and I'm cool with being underrated or unsung, cause my work is undone.